Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learn Conversational English. I'm Aisha.
And I'm Fatima. We're so happy you're here with us today.
For new listeners, this podcast is all about helping you hear natural English conversations about everyday topics. We're just two friends chatting, so you get to listen in and pick up those real conversation patterns.
That's right. Today we're talking about relationships, family, friends, dating. You know, the stuff that comes up in everyday life.
Speaking of family, Fatima, tell me about your siblings. I know you have a big family.
Oh, yes, I'm the middle child of 5. My older sister Layla is the responsible one. She's a doctor and always giving everyone advice.
The overachiever.
Yes, but in a good way. Then there's my older brother Omar. He's the comedian, always making jokes, even at inappropriate times.
Oh no, one of those.
And my younger siblings are twins, Amira and Hassan. They're 15 and still figuring out who they are. Amira is super artistic, always drawing or painting something beautiful. Hassan is obsessed with soccer.
That's so sweet. I love how different siblings can be. I have two brothers. My older brother, Kwame, is super serious, works in finance, and my little brother, Kofi, is this free spirit who travels all over the world taking photos.
Oh wow, what a contrast. I bet family dinners are interesting.
Oh, they are. Kwame always wants to talk about investments and savings, and Kofi shows up with stories from some random country. Last month, he was in Peru learning to make traditional textiles.
That sounds amazing though. You know, talking about families reminds me of childhood. Do you have any favorite memories from when you were little?
Oh, definitely. Every summer, my grandmother would take me and my brothers to a house in Ghana. We'd spend weeks there, and she'd teach us how to cook traditional dishes.
That's beautiful.
I remember the first time she taught me to make jollof rice. I was maybe 8 years old, and I kept adding too much spice. My mouth was on fire, but I was so proud that I was helping.
Oh, that's adorable. For me, my favorite memories are from Ramadan when I was little. The whole family would gather for iftar at my aunt's house. There would be like 20 people around this huge table.
Oh, wow.
And my cousins and I would always try to sneak extra dates before the meal started. We thought we were so sneaky, but the adults totally knew.
They always do. That feeling of being surrounded by family is so special. It's funny how those memories stay with you. Speaking of connections, making friends as an adult is so much harder than when we were kids, don't you think?
Oh my goodness, yes. When you're a kid, you just walk up to someone and ask, "Do you want to be friends?" And that's it.
Right? Now it's like, should I text her? Is it weird if I suggest hanging out? Are we actually friends or just acquaintances?
The overthinking is real. I moved to a new city 3 years ago, and it took me forever to make real friends. Everyone already had their groups, you know.
Oh, I totally get that. How did you finally break through?
I joined a hiking group. It was perfect because we were all focused on something else. So the conversation felt natural, no pressure.
That's smart. Shared activities make it easier. I met some of my closest friends at a book club. We'd argue about the characters for hours.
I love that. Although I have to say, dating is even more complicated than making friends.
Oh, don't even get me started. The dating apps, the awkward first dates.
I went on this one date where the guy spent the entire dinner talking about his ex-girlfriend. Like, the entire time.
No, what did you do?
I just sat there nodding politely, but inside I was like, this is not happening. When he asked about a second date, I said I was really busy with work.
The classic polite rejection. I had a guy take me to a fast food place and then ask me to pay for my own meal. I was like, okay, this is not what I expected from dinner,
Oh no, I'm all for equality, but maybe mention that ahead of time.
right? Communication is everything. Which reminds me, We haven't even talked about family disagreements. That's where communication really gets tested.
Oh, yes, I love my family, but sometimes, let's just say we don't always see eye to eye, especially about career choices.
That's a big one. What kind of stuff do you disagree about?
Well, my parents wanted me to be a doctor or engineer. You know, very traditional expectations. But I chose marketing, and they were worried I wouldn't be stable financially.
That must have been tough. How did you handle those conversations?
It took time and patience. I had to show them, not just tell them, that my choice was right for me. I started by saying things like, I understand your concerns, and I appreciate that you want what's best for me.
That's smart, acknowledging their feelings first.
Exactly. Then I could explain my perspective without them feeling attacked. I'd say, from my point of view, or the way I see it, instead of, you're wrong about this.
Yes, those little phrases make such a difference. I learned something similar with my mom. She used to worry about me living alone in the city. She'd call every day asking if I was safe.
Oh, the daily check ins. I know those well.
At first, I got frustrated and would say, Mom, I'm fine. Stop worrying. But that just made her more anxious. So I changed my approach.
What did you do differently?
I started by saying, I know you love me and want me to be safe. Then I'd share specific things I was doing to stay safe, like I always text you when I get home, or I never walk alone at night.
That's brilliant. You made her feel heard and included instead of shut out.
Exactly. Now she still worries, but she trusts me more. And I actually appreciate her concern instead of feeling annoyed by it.
It's amazing how changing the way we communicate can completely transform a relationship, even with difficult family members.
True. And I think that applies to all relationships, family, friends, dating. It's all about listening and trying to understand where the other person is coming from.
Definitely, even when you disagree with someone, you can still be respectful and kind about it. Actually, before we go, I want to ask you about something. Do you think social media makes relationships more complicated these days?
Oh, wow, that's such a good question. I think it definitely does. Like, you see these highlight reels of everyone's perfect relationships, and it makes you question your own.
Exactly. And then there's the whole thing with staying connected to ex boyfriends and old friends. Like, is it okay to like your ex's photos? Should you delete them completely?
That's so complicated. I think it depends on how it ended and how your current partner feels about it. I had a friend whose boyfriend got really upset because she was still following her ex on Instagram.
See, that's where communication comes in again. Instead of making assumptions, they should talk about what makes them comfortable. Some people are okay with it, others aren't.
That's true. Speaking of technology and relationships, have you ever been in a long distance relationship? Those are so dependent on phones and video calls.
Oh, yes, when I was in college, my boyfriend moved to another city for work, and we tried to make it work for almost 2 years. It was so hard.
I can imagine. What was the hardest part? The not seeing each other regularly?
That was part of it. But honestly, the worst part was feeling like we were living separate lives. He'd tell me about his day, his new friends, his new favorite restaurants, and I felt like I was watching his life through a window instead of being part of it.
That's heartbreaking. I think that's what people don't realize about long distance. It's not just missing someone, it's feeling like you're growing apart even when you're trying so hard to stay close.
Exactly. Eventually, we both realized we were holding on to what we used to have, instead of accepting what the relationship had become. It was mutual when we finally ended it.
That takes maturity to recognize. Distance affects friendships too. But what about workplace relationships? Those are tricky because you have to see these people every day, whether you like them or not.
Oh my goodness, yes. I learned the hard way not to become too close with coworkers. I made the mistake of sharing too much personal information with someone I worked with, and it came back to bite me.
Oh no, what happened? Did they use it against you?
Not directly, but when a promotion came up, she applied for the same position. During the interview process, she mentioned to our boss that I had been complaining about being overwhelmed with my current workload. She made it sound like I couldn't handle more responsibility.
That's so manipulative. I hope you got the promotion anyway. That's such a good lesson about being careful what you share at work. It's sad, but some people will use your trust against you.
I actually did get the promotion, thank goodness. But it taught me to keep some boundaries between personal and professional relationships. You can be friendly without being best friends, you know?
Absolutely. I think all of this comes back to the same thing we talked about earlier: communication, boundaries, and being authentic while also being smart about who you trust completely.
Exactly. Whether it's family, friends, romantic partners, or coworkers, every relationship is different, but they all need respect, honesty, and good communication to work well.
Well, I think that's a perfect place to wrap up today's conversation. Thank you so much for listening to Learn Conversational English.
Yes, thank you for spending time with us today. We hope these natural conversations help you feel more confident in your English.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.